Good morning, traders, and this is your DAX technical analysis for today. So, what can we say about today? I think the first thing to do is yesterday we had this range bar. Okay, we then gapped up, attempted to make a new high. We actually did make a new high before reversing off late in the session and selling off. So, yeah, this trend line that we have here, I think, is pretty much our line in the sand. I'm not a fan of diagonal trend lines, so I'm looking for a horizontal level to break through, and I don't really see one that excites me. It's close by, so we'll just pick this up off the lower time frames. But at the moment, we have a bit of a channel break of this channel. We're looking for some downside moves, and I think the big glaring area right now is this area of 9643. Okay, one thing to point out here is we've had a double stochastic crossover here. You can see that red has crossed over, red has crossed over here. They are not far apart, but they are apart. That is a signal. I just like this top stochastic to close below the 80 as well, and then that's definitely a signal. And I'm still waiting for the MACD here on the daily, or the stochastic MACD. I'm waiting for crossover here to confirm. Okay, so at this stage there is no confirmation, so technically the trend is still up on the daily, although there are warnings that we need to start paying attention to our levels. So if we start coming down to the lower time frames here, you'll see a pretty big glaring, let me just delete the noise quickly. So you'll see a fairly big and glaring head and shoulders. I don't really like that structure because it is at an angle, and I don't looking at head and shoulders when they're at an angle. So what I'm saying is we would rather have the neckline here, and that gives me a big cup and handle. Okay, if I bring the neckline down to here, that gives me a shoulder, head, and a new shoulder, but then I need to break below that level. Okay, so that is my line in the sand right now. That's 10,443 or 10,440 to be safe. I need a break and a close on the 3-hour below that level to confirm what is going on here. At this stage, we do have another little break here, which is a flag break. There it is there. Okay, and a pretty good flag break. So I would also look at any kind of retracement into this area here of 10,624 and a rejection of that level for me to get in short anticipation of firstly breaking this trend line, okay, and secondly getting below the low of the week. Okay, right now futures markets for the DAX is up at 10,611, so pretty much hovering around this area here. That's 10,624, so we're hovering just below this level at the moment. And I suppose what I could do, I will fine tune this now in the hour. Let's just get down to the levels we can trade. Just delete that noise. Yep, there we go. Right. Okay, so this level here makes a lot of sense if you look to the left. Okay, we've got a lot of interaction here. You can see here it was used as support, used as resistance, used as resistance, used as resistance, broken through, used as support, one bar used as support before breaking through, and then used as resistance. Okay, so that is kind of a confirmation for me already that because we've made a new low, and that new low is right below there. So that is probably something to watch this morning during the morning session. I think we are setting up quite nicely for a pretty big measured move here. And that measured move is something like that. And just get the flag back in because that is a flag break. Okay, it would be nice to see a retest, but I think if this level holds, if we don't get back above this level of 10.615, then we've got some levels to downside target. So obviously the first one is going to be this one, 10.443. It's going to be relatively tough to get through this area, which is sort of, there's a couple of levels here, so let's just get them all in, which is bottom of the channel. Remember the channel we were looking at? I'll say the range we were looking at on the channel. That is bottom of the range. So it is going to offer quite a bit of resistance. Or should I say support rather than resistance. So 10.294 and then 10.217. So that's going to offer some support. There are going to be buyers coming in off the bottom of that channel. Should that give, then your measured move target is definitely on, and that is 9976. If I look to the left, kind of makes sense with that area there, but it's in no man's land. So let's just adjust it to that area there. That would be 10.073. And with 10,000 so close, I think you'd probably be able to target 10,000. 10,000 goes and we're looking at this gap. Okay, so that's looking a little bit too far in the future for us. So what we're looking for today, let's get to the 15 minutes here. Ideally what we want to see is a retest of 10.615. I'd like to see a second retest of that level for us to get in, or even better, a retest of this diagonal all the way up here. But I don't think that's going to happen. Trend is down at the moment on the 15, as you can see. We're going to find some support somewhere. And the big question is, let's just get, so this kind of area here is probably the area we're going to find support. But we do have a gap up at the moment, back into this area. So what we may find is a nice decent gap up to the upside during the open. I'll wait for that first hour of trading on the DAX, wait for the DAX to actually open at 9 o'clock European time, and then just watch that first 15 minutes to see what direction it looks like we're building. And if we do reject this level off the 15, again 10.618, that's going to be an opportunity to get long regardless of where we are. Let's say we're down this area, it gives us a 50-point stop loss. Okay, which is not too bad. And then we have quite a few levels to the downside to target. Okay, let me get rid of the noise and just want to compact this a little bit on the, we're going to have to do this on the hour. I just want to get this trend line so I just want to see there's multiple fractals here. We can draw the trend line multiple ways, which is not something that I like. Okay, so scrap that idea. Don't pay attention to that trend line. Pay attention to these levels here. Okay, so this is obviously the first one there, and I'll give you the actual values now. The second one is in this area, and I'll just use a 4-hour here just to double check that we have it. And then the next one is down here. I'm just going to bring this up there, and then I put the all-time low in there for this range. Okay, so that's the bigger picture. Obviously we've got a 150 EMA to get through here on the 4-hour as well. Looking at the hour, you'll see there's your structure, your cup and handle. Break below the lows here, Put another level in there. So break below these lows here, you're definitely going to be targeting the bottom of this range. Okay, get through the range, you've got the continuation of this move. The other thing to bear in mind is that if we do get below here on the hour, 10.434, that does open up the downside to at least 10.267, if not 10.180. Okay, so I think that's kind of the structure I'm looking for. The only thing that's going to get me moving to the upside, I think that's something that you always need to pay attention to, is another break and hold like we had here above 10.741. Okay, and you can see here we had a break, a retest in the morning, or at the close, and then the next morning we gapped up, and there was your trade. Okay, and it was quite an aggressive trade above the range. So that's the only thing that's going to get me long, is another close above that top of range. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. I hope it helps, and catch up with you guys later. Cheers for now.